Hi, welcome to our first video on SASams. We're going to use SASams to do our Iqms. On your desktop, you may have two icons pointing to SAMs. The first one I want you to click on is SAMs Old, and we're going to use this to change the date format. The message that pops up is the short date format on your computer is not set for SAMs. So we're going to click on OK, and then you're going to click on Adjust. Once we've done the adjustment, you can exit this. If you don't have this shortcut, then you don't have to worry about adjusting your date. The next thing we're going to do is go to the actual SASams, and we're going to double click on that. We now want to select the location of the database. And our database is on our network, so you need to click on the network, and then you will click continue. Once you come in here, it will want a username and password. Okay, after typing your username and password, you can click on login. And you'll notice that we come up on the GUI. And what we are dealing with is human resource information. So click on human resource information. And you'll notice it give us the absentees for the day, which we're not too interested in at this stage. Click on done. Also tells you whose birthday it is. You can click on done. Before we move on, if you log in, and if it's the first time, it might force you to change your password. So please do that before you proceed. When we come to this GUI, you will notice that we are dealing with appraisal. So the only option is development, appraisal, and performance measurement, which we're going to click on. And once we click on that, you'll notice only one of the options is highlighted, which is performance measurement. So you can click on performance measurement. You will notice that I have a whole lot of names on my one. You may not have any, as this is the first time you are doing yours. So if you have names, ensure you click on your name. In my case, it's Maestri J. You'll notice in the bottom I have my DSG members because I've already selected them. You may not have that, but I will teach you now how to actually choose them. So firstly, Maestri J is selected. So we're going to go to the first option on the right, which is called Educator General Details. And you'll notice on the top, you will see your own details. What we want to do is choose two DSG members. So as an example, if I want to choose Daisel, I will click on Daisel, and with the arrow key, I will move her across. So you need to select two names. If you make a mistake, you can click on the person and the backward arrow, and they go back. In my case, you'll notice I have two people chosen, Finney and Maestri. Once you've chosen your two people, you will now click on done. It says you have not saved. Do you want to save? Click yes. Sorry, it says do you want to exit without saving? Click on no. And then go back and say save, and then done. So in that process, you would have chosen your two DSG members, and you'll notice they should appear in the bottom. DSG members for Maestri J. Once we've done that, we now go to performance measurement. So in performance measurement, what you are required to do is the self-evaluation. And you'll notice that the standard is 1 to 10. If you're an HOD, state HOD, you'll have 1 to 10. If you are a state teacher, then you will have 1 to 7. And this process now goes on. So you can read this on your own. Learning space, you will choose. And all you have to do is tick. Okay? As I've done. So you'll tick on each one. When you finish the first page, you click on done. And let's go back to the performance measurement. So as you do each page, You will keep on clicking next. Mine is already done, the self-evaluation, and you keep on going right until the end. And in my case, I've got to go to 10 standards. And when you get to the end, you can click on done. Okay, let's go back to performance measurement. So you'll notice that you are only allowed to do the self. When your DSG1 logs in, and once you've selected them, they will do DSG1, DSG2. Final can only be done at the end. As a team, you can meet and then you can come up with the final score. The DSG1 or DSG2 will have to do the ticking of the final column. Also note, very handy, if email notification is ticked, I think it's good to untick that so that it does not open Microsoft Outlook. So we would give you some time and you'll be able to go through this. You can also put in comments if you want, which are optional. Once we're done, we can save, click done. Once your performance measurement is done, then we're going to go to the PGP, Personal Growth Plan. And if we click on that, after everyone is finished, you'll notice for each standard, it will give you your final scores. And once you finish that, you can click save. This is automatic, nothing for you to do. It will be automatically generated once the final score is completed. And we're going to click on done. And then we can go to PM checklist. In the PM checklist, after the final evaluation is done, you will go and do your checklist. And question 1 says, have you been appraised for development purpose? You'll either tick yes or no, and you can make any comments. You'll notice in question 11, what type of community outreach, you can also put that. It also tells you in number 12 what role, so you can put all your information here, also your co-curricular. Once you've done, once again save, and you click on done. And at the end of the entire process, you go to Scoresheet, it automatically generates a score sheet for you, which you can print, and this information is stored on the database. Thank you. We will make up a follow-up video on this, showing you a DSG evaluation. I hope you enjoy your IQMS.